I mean, it's great that Remy was able to shoot down helicopters in that stream, but we were told there was no AA, so I planned with no AA, and then they laughed at me. The leadership for Coalition laughed at me for believing them that there was no AA, saying, "What, you actually believed us?" And I'm like, "You're the event host. What the fuck?" But I was nice and respectful about it, but at the same time, it was like, bruh. What do you want? That's like me inviting any one of you to an operation I do, saying, hey, I'm not gonna mortar you. And then I mortar you anyway. Ay. But yeah, no, that's why I don't really enjoy Arma 3 PvP anymore. It's just... It's like someone having Vietnam flashbacks. I just don't enjoy it. Nah, Dream, I don't like mortaring players because that's what Loot 09 used to do to us back in the day. It was messy. I'm gonna turn the music down slightly. Shit, it's already pretty far down. There we go. But yeah, we're our own people. I'm just trying to take my own corner out of Arma 3, make it my own, bring in whoever wants to join, and just have fun with the game. Because that's all what I've been about anyway in the first place. Ouch. Alright, so anyway, OPFOR is attacking how many sectors? Excuse me, 3 different BLUFOR terminals here, but the first BLUFOR terminal is outside of BLUFOR's control, so they can't dig fortifications on it. So, BLUFOR terminal number 1 is in this construction building, which, thankfully, it just rendered for me. So, I could see BLUFOR mounting up a good defense in that building, but terminal number 2... we have in this structure over here in a decent fortification line that can be dug around this wire fence perimeter here, and then Terminal 3 in a vehicle shed, which has a lot of fortifications made within it as well for some... This is like a command area, and there's also a sniper rifle on the ground. Ooh, a 408, but I doubt we're gonna see anyone be able to pick that up and use it in a bag of dog tags. That's a little fucked up to see in an operation. I didn't even realize that asset existed. Well, now I do know. But otherwise, BLUFOR has a lot of room to do defenses with. Unreal X Inferno, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a kick out of this one.
Yeah, everyone change frequency to 51, yeah.
And yeah, Ren, you don't have to remind me. I was his right-hand man for a long time. I knew how the MO went. Anyway, BLUFOR in some sort of desert Marpat gear. Appears to be BLUFOR 556, so some sort of NATO-based or US-based faction here. I am seeing a Mark 17, excuse me, 20-round marksman rifle in play, but we're going to see 556 rifles for BLUFOR here. What is it? Probably 230 systems or 320 systems, depending on the weapon. 249s, 240 Bravos, a Maz, and the Mark 19 20-round marksman rifle. There's the Maz there.
We have the...
And they are under the command of Night Owl. Mr. Sexy Voice. Otherwise, BLUFOR is going to set up a good defensive perimeter around this area. Meanwhile, OPFOR spawning in the southwestern area, they get a helicopter, which is purely for transport, but this allows them to do some wide flanks here. It is armed, though. We do see 2 PKTs on the sides, though. Sides there for some harassment. We have the 2 M2 Humvees, but they are not armored at all, so the gunners are really exposed. And, of course, the PKT Humvees... Actually, not PKT, it's literally a PKM mounted on the top. So the 2 PKM Humvees are up armored. That's pretty funny. And the OPFOR force
Fucking
appears to be
fly up
Chinese.
to the north and then start smashing shit.
Except equipped with
You wanna
545
smash?
I like
PKMs, PKPs, an RPG-42 for the Moz weapon, I would assume an SVD, but it might be changed to the vanilla marksman rifle. Let's go ahead and look at buckets. No, it is an SVD in play. Interesting. So basically, BLUFOR, classic US versus Russia weapons with different armor, in terms of the looks as well as vehicles. And then we have 3 M2 HEMTTS. I thought there were only 2. So just slow-moving 50 cal platforms that are mobile. Otherwise, we'll just have to see how this operation goes. BLUFOR does have the mortar, and it was immediately backpacked? No, they took it and they're moving it somewhere. To where, I have no idea, but I believe they've already mounted up with it and they are moving it to a different location. Huh.
Right there.
Oh, there's
Armored
Night
vehicle. Mounted. Helmet, thank you. I'd like to
What is it you're trying to build on the road?
I want someone to take that helmet and go patrolling all the way down and up. That way we can catch them before they get to us and get an idea of what they're doing.
I love this
You
man's
can't block
voice.
the road, so.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's not blocking if they go and patrol it.
Okay, I'm just making sure you didn't want people to block the road.
Careful
but
here.
that's not
He'll
allowed.
give you his
Yeah.
MG.
Oh,
He'll take an
okay. I did not
AR.
realize blocks were
Really?
inappropriate. But the vehicle is separate from blocks.
Sustained fire.
Yeah.
Lola, would you
You-
be willing to
you
trade
never
your
know.
M4 for his 240?
They could build a temp base there just as long as they don't block the road.
Yeah, why not come over?
You can't hinder
I know,
movement.
right? That voice.
And then you drop your...
That's the voice we all dream of waking up to in the
We still
morning.
have our platoon leads here.
Yep, we're still here.
Alright. So again, first platoon you're covering 3, second platoon covering Terminal 2. With a little bit of coverage on Terminal 1. Again,
Alright,
exert
3 and
yourself.
2.
The main goal is Terminal 2. We just want to create a buffer between Bat 1 and Terminal 2.
Okay, so they're going to make a buffer here. They're going to defend Terminal 3 and 2 with the main force defending Terminal 2. That is BLUFOR's plan. This is nice that we can listen in so we can hear the defensive faction. Let me try to listen to OPFOR's plan now and see what they decide on. They are being led by Montgomery.
See if you can either put fire into the objective or make a move from there while first platoon is pushing up through Terminal 1 and into Terminal 2.
Understood.
Montgomery.
Shoot.
My Charlie squad is
Bloodwing doesn't have to know
asking to be
everything.
the forward tip of the spear, if that is acceptable.
That's first platoon's call.
Okay.
You're under first platoon, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's
Oh,
first
Ren,
platoon's
too
call.
many to worry about.
You want
Bye.
Because if you do worry about it, you're just
I
going
want
to
to
make
be the
yourself
spearhead.
depressed.
My whole squad wants to be the spearhead, essentially.
Alright, I'll swap you with Bravo.
We take a armed Humvee.
If the platoon leaders want to breathe.
Also, bear in
Gym
mind I can
leaders.
move things around very rapidly once the battle
let's
is in
step over
progress
here.
if you need people moved from A to B.
I'll make those calls when we need to. Just get the X-ray in your helicopter, and I want them at LZ safe.
No, I said...
And they're gonna make
Let's
their
go ahead
push
and get
towards
them
there.
at my Roger.
Not good. Alright.
For what it's worth, I feel completely confident about LZ Sneaky for the X-ray team.
For sneaky, yeah.
I have flown this area in single player, so I'm pretty confident we can put down there without them seeing us very quickly, very easily, and then get back out. Probably in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, fuck it, take it.
we have done...
Guardsmen, I just mute myself.
I'll wreck you at first,
Normally I don't
and
listen
I'll
in on their
fucking be
comms,
up,
but
Pierce, before you
solo
you,
casting
before you make that
today,
landing,
so.
do a fake landing at LZ forward. Or LZ is safe.
Well,
Then do
we
that.
can. I was going to say, Pierce, we could, if you want to make it a proper fake landing,
Okay.
You want
put it up closer, so they will definitely see it.
there's
That would
I
be
can be
fake.
in and out so quickly they won't even see, to be honest.
You need the noise of it, so
Platoon.
there. Pierce. LZ fake.
So
So OPFOR is talking about doing fake landings and doing spearheads, so they might go for a unified push south to north to Terminal 1, then 2, then 3. Meanwhile, BLUFOR is going to create that buffer zone between Terminal 1 and 2, doing their best to hold Terminal 2, but also have a Vanguard force at Terminal 3, just in case things get messy. And X-Ray talking about doing a fake landing, implying that they are going to try to get on the rear of the BLUFOR force, either to the northwest, northeast, or direct north, and harass them on the northern side of BLUFOR. Neat.
But my only issue is they'll quickly learn it's a fake landing because of how close it is.
So I'm debating, I think I've sat down a little bit too much. I think after
Easy to fake it.
the third round, I'm going to get up, cut the stream, take a small break, and then I might be back. If not tonight, then tomorrow morning.
As proven before.
Because my cat was in here and she made my allergies flare a little bit. So we got Norsk in the back here. He's actually a really good mortar player. Excuse me, Nursk with Norse.
284 degrees.
284.
And it is
Yeah, I feel that, Evan. I feel that.
750 meters range.
750.
Yes. Charge 2.
2.
1291 in mils.
1291. Okay.
Guardsman, thank you for the 6-month resub, my man. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're enjoying this FNF stream. Hope you are staying safe on COVID.
Make sure to put a little degree symbol just in case you forget.
I've already done that.
Okay.
So they're pre-ranging the mortar
All right,
here.
we'll go TRP 3 now. Obvious. I'm just marking them as TRPs because they're like obvious routes. All right. All right. TRP 3 is 64 degrees.
Yeah, they're pre-sighting the mortar.
4 degrees.
And it is 700 meters.
700 meters.
And that is charge 2.
Yep.
1314 mils.
1314. Okay. TLP 3, 702, 1314, 64.
Gotcha. All right. And TRP 4 next.
Yeah, so they're just ranging out everything they can. It looks like we have a few infantry forces. Nope, they're actually just creating the buffer zone right here. And now we wait. So, I'm just going to use this time to say, chat, thank you so much for joining me for the FNF rounds here. I hope you have been enjoying them, and I hope you continue to keep enjoying the content that we produce, both on the streams and on the YouTube channel. And we'll just have to see how all this goes.
I would believe it, yeah. Just set up enough coverage on the north and northeast, and I will love it.
Okay. Give me one moment. Someone just gave me a multi, but through Discord. I just got a buzz on my phone. I prefer it when people send it through TeamSpeak because it's less troublesome. But I'll see if I can sneak them in real quick. Excellent. Alright, yes. Alright, so Terminal 1 is at a construction building with some decent fortifications built. at what appears to be a mini command post here. Terminal 2 is at a random position that the forces here are fortifying to the best of their ability. Just kind of tucked away in the corner. And then Terminal 3 is at a command post inside this vehicle shed, all the way up here. So pretty decent unified defense line. And Guardsman giving out a sub to, Jesus, Alabaster Symphony. Sorry, that took me a moment. I hope you both keep enjoying the ops. I hope you're staying safe on COVID, and I hope you get a kick out of this one. Let's see, we also have a group. Who is that? That's Foxtrot 2 is going to drive down the railroad tracks, potentially get on the flank of Green 4's force coming in from the south. So we'll have to see how things go. Oh yeah, definitely Gorski. I could see them rigging Terminal 1 with explosive traps and collapsing that entire building, but we'll just have to see how things go. The tube size, that's an 82 millimeter mortar. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? All right, how's OPFOR deployed here? There is the mission start at the 15-minute mark. Hotel has X-ray here. They're going to do a fake landing and then a real landing. And most of OPFOR is ready to go in vehicles, and they are already deploying. They might leave a PKT Vic behind. Both of the M2 Vics are still back here. Interesting calls there. And here comes the chopper.
Alright, we are.
Remember, everyone, they are locked to first person, so the pilots have to fly in first person. That can be a little messy here. Meanwhile, BLUFOR, Kelly vaulted out of the Humvees, so the Humvee's coming back to pick him up. Interesting enough. And BLUFOR has pushed down to grab Terminal 1 here and hold along the defensive areas inside. Interesting. And BLUFOR also has a force. This is Alpha pushing around. Big mix of players between Scandi Recon and some other FNF vets. You also have the MI8 flying around over here. Doopy, I do not know. Oh dear. OPFOR doing a quick dismount.
Kelly, free trucks. Free trucks?
So these guys are freaking out over the fact they just saw 3 trucks of OPFOR up here do a dismount. And they're driving away. Meanwhile, we have G-Legs with the PKM Humvee driving up the MSR on the far right flank. And they are being joined by a Gaz that is unarmed moving up there as well. So that's going to slow down OPFOR a little bit. There is the fake landing by OPFOR. I don't think BLUFOR is going to be able to detect that, though, because of their own engine sounds. You know, this was the same AO where the Super Saturday fight happened. The attacking faction did a northern push, and the defending faction was really easily able to slam them. So we'll have to see how all of that goes. Meanwhile, BLUFOR could potentially push up behind OPFOR forces coming up this MSR.
Nothing behind us.
I'm keeping an eye on the right side.
They probably
I don't think they saw us. They definitely didn't.
Yep, they're following this group coming up now. They're going to follow suit. But there is another Humvee coming up. And it is armed with a 50 cal, but it's just Indigo Fox in there. He could see that Vic. Interesting. OPFOR landing their forces outside of the zone. They're gonna have to get a little bit closer here. Unless they're just doing more fake landings. Which could be the possibility here. So BLUFOR Vic has pulled right, leaving Gorski here. OPFOR's doing some wide dismounts. We have another Red 4 Vic. Alright. So Terminal 1 was pushed up, and they decided to pull back on it. I'm going to quickly check around for any explosive traps. But I don't see any in the direct vicinity. Otherwise, BLUFOR is just going to rely on holding sites 2 and 3. As OPFOR has what appears to be a 2/3, 1/3 approach. With 2/3 coming in from the south and 1/3 coming along the flank. I don't know, when we saw this in round 1 of EU FNF, this was not a good tactic to utilize. Because the defending faction did an all eggs in one basket approach. Was that AO? Yeah. Though, by then, the attacking faction rallied and did a full assault versus full assault, and BLUFOR was able to commit forces behind the enemy's line to attack and do a lot of damage on the flanks, racking up 10 kills, which shifted the balance of power from the attackers to the defenders. So that was even with a lot of really powerful assets on the attacking side. So we might see a little bit of history repeating itself, but it's going to be up to the skill of Night Owl to be able to call his forces in when they are needed the most. Plus, BLUFOR does have that mortar, and they can do a lot of damage with it. Long-range shots are raining down on this fortification line. The helicopter's too high up to not see any movement there. It's just taking a guess. They're just firing down at those fortifications. BLUFOR does have a utility force over on the left side as well. I gotta wonder what that's gonna be for. Is it sequential? No. Terminals can be taken in any order here. They don't have blue rings around them, which would indicate that they are sequential. Shit, I'm sorry to hear that, Stanners. Carlson just lost connection. He was back there. So are you telling me that the helicopter is gonna do...
You're not deafened in T4.
Sorry. No one died yet, though. But I guess it's if people reconnect to the server, so, yeah. Usually I mute myself when people start dying, but yeah, people reconnect, they can do that. Yeah, so they're just waiting on the mortar. They do know that there is a force coming over here, so they're waiting on using the mortar here. You're gonna try to find the mortar pit and parachute onto it. That's pretty ballsy, but hey, it might just work. That mortar could do a lot of damage. You got BLUFOR, a Northern Vanguard group, though. But a large force right here as well. OPFOR firing down on Terminal 2 spot. I'm waiting to see that mortar get used. Oh man, I'm starting to get a headache. Body Y. So OPFOR is probably going to spend another 5 minutes maneuvering, which means they're going to only get 35 minutes to assault these objectives. I could still see it. But fighting their enemy at full strength with a lot of teams able to maneuver onto attacking OPFOR forces. This is going to be a close one. Oh, I assure you, I've drank like a quart of water in the past hour. A little less. Alright, some long range 545 coming from OPFOR here. We have BLUFOR Bravo coming up over here. Some long-range GP-25 rounds coming in. And we have some rounds coming in from the helicopter from a very significant range. I'm waiting to hear from that mortar. You got the BLUFOR force all the way on the western flank starting to fold in. And Bravo BLUFOR starting to come on the northern side of this OPFOR group. It is within striking position of some of these Humvees, though. That is going to be worrisome for OPFOR if they don't reposition those two quickly. But OPFOR thinks they're safe right here. Not pulling any security on the northern flank. And, oh gosh, we got King Novix, Guy Fieri, Poitman, Vonk, Legal Action, Arma, Jesus. The only person I don't really recognize is Dylan. Oh gosh, and Kane, this is the AO where him and Arma Jesus racked up like a dozen kills together. Ah, Kane literally, first two shots, knock out the gunner. There's the artillery rounds raining in, and those were close. OPFOR immediately backing away. Oh, this flank is in a lot of trouble for OPFOR. And they got the other BLUFOR force coming in to fold from the rear. This is going to get messy. OPFOR needs to go around. You just had the PKT truck shot. The 50 cal, not knowing where the shots are coming from, firing in the opposite direction as Kane picks them off. How many kills is the Kane on? 3 and counting. Ash and Major Khan hiding. Forget I said that. Ash doing his best as we've got this initial BLUFOR group pushing up as well. More mortar rounds raining in. BLUFOR ready to set up some shots here. Ash, though, I think just got a pick-off kill on Novix. And there goes Ash, because Kane and Guy Fieri are very good at this game. Kane on his 4th kill. Guy Fieri on his 2nd, trying to check if Novix is okay. They're bandaging a corpse, unfortunately. They could steal this M2 Humvee, though. Ooh la la. Otherwise, you have OPFOR spearheading in to Terminal 1 here. And OPFOR setting up these defensive lines. You know what? I know what I'm going to do between rounds 2 and 3. I'm going to go make my Korean iced coffee. That'll keep me awake to stream some stuff for the setup of operations for next week. And it'll also deal with my headache because it has a good amount of sugar in it. Otherwise, King Guy Fieri keeping up the good fight here. I think Fieri might have just seen someone and tried to pick him off. Major Khan on his own, though, as an OPFOR MG gunner. We still have that BLUFOR force down there. And where did that left side BLUFOR force come in? It looks like they folded in on the top left side. Yep, we're seeing Scandi Recon's element up there being kept in reserve. There's the terminal. Hack 1 started right there. And you got Kane and Guy Fieri picking off the stragglers. If anyone was still alive, get those headshots. And they're checking in the VIX to make sure everyone is dead inside. Let's just look at the gunner in there's dead. The shotgunner's dead. Double tapping the bodies again to make sure everyone stays dead. And you have an OPFOR force that was deployed back here. They tried parachuting. Stanners, thank God you got disconnected. Otherwise, you would have fallen on top of Scandi Recon and they would have just annihilated you. Oh, fuck. There's a bit of BLUFOR wasted manpower there. No skulls for Alpha 2. We do have a skull for Specialist Lee, who's part of the southern defense line for Delta as they start fighting the main OPFOR force coming up. But that was all of X-Ray that was just taken out back there. Nemesis is getting the double tap on buckets. Oh, is Nemesis going to take the marksman rifle? You know you want it, Nemesis. Come on. Go ahead and get it. You were going to be in charge of the drop. Was supposed to drop from 1.5 clicks. And when the main assault was way underway. Yeah, I guess not. Oh well, man. There's always next time. Alright, there's the hack completed. Just to show you what happens. Anyway, there goes Terminal 1. Terminal 2 and Terminal 3 up for grabs. Hope that kept you awake, by the way. And it looks like BLUFOR's folded back here. They didn't take the M2 Humvee. They took the unarmed gas, though, and folded that in. We got some mortar rounds coming in from the south. Alright, where are these goons here? So some of them walked back. King drove back with Fieri and started folding on this angle to make sure everyone is down. And we still have this BLUFOR team right here to potentially walk up and take out this OPFOR group who is just holding in reserve right now. A lot can still happen, but I don't know. It's not looking good for OPFOR. They're starting to split off into a pincer maneuver here. Oh, that's a tough call. I can guess why, though. It's because they don't want to do a unified assault, especially when BLUFOR has an HE mortar that can range in and take forces out. But we are seeing BLUFOR starting to attack the southwestern pincer. Oh, God. Them sneezes. Meanwhile, OPFOR on the eastern flank has folded into an unarmed Gaz, and we have 7 members of OPFOR starting to fold south, and we still have Major Khan on his own as he's trying to figure out what to do next. Another HE round landing close where OPFOR's forces were, but it netted no casualties. So I think some of BLUFOR are firing up at that helicopter, but helicopter's doing a really good spacing away from BLUFOR to make sure it doesn't get any contact there. And you have Dreek receiving a little bit of fire. I don't know, BLUFOR just seems to have a really unified force right here. OPFOR trying to do a pincer maneuver to find a weakness, but BLUFOR has just been winning the PvP game here. Now we're seeing a pincer squeeze on Terminal 2. BLUFOR has a good battle line for when the pincers could get outflanked by the other pincer. And we have 30 minutes remaining on the round. I think OPFOR has enough time to make these maneuvers, but they gotta keep moving. Do I think the HESCOs actually work? Yeah, they do set up, really it's just for cover more than anything, to give players a good battle line here to work with, but that's it. They do give away your position really easily, though. Now you got OPFOR folding in right here, Simmons going down, Cullen and Porter being none the wiser as Porter takes fire. A flare going on their position. Porter taking even more bullets as they're trying to hold the line. GL going out by Cullen. Porto, buddy, you gotta... Porter, get behind cover. You've taken another bullet. Another bullet. Another bullet. Porter is dead. Fuck's sake. How many rounds did that guy eat? Adrenaline is a hell of a drug. Simon wakes back up. He needs to crawl to cover and bandage as Cullen tries to hold the line with HE. And that Foxtrot 2 BLUFOR group, I guess, is falling back to their vehicle. Took so many for his team. Damn right. As Cullen is trying to single-handedly hold this force back with HE. That appears to have been a flare round, though. Now he's trying to run, but he receives enfiladating fire from Sholin, Chupless, and Kernshaw, and the Major is no more. Ouch. Mods round came in, being used as a shock and awe weapon on the infantry back here. I would think that's what the mortar's job is. And the mortar overcorrecting a little bit to the north. If it were to adjust 20 meters to the south, not even 10 meters to the south, it would land a few kills. I could see OPFOR overpowering Terminal 2 and then maybe pushing up to Terminal 3, but it's going to be close either way. OPFOR just needs to keep committing. BLUFOR is doing their best to hold, but I am seeing people getting picked off here and there. Really, it's just thanks to OPFOR's heavier guns. You can hear that 50 cal firing from this Humvee. And it is slowly whittling down OPFOR's force. But we could see BLUFOR do some rear dismounts here. It is Caden on 4 kills with his saw, dismounting next to that OPFOR Vic. If they were to come behind this OPFOR flank, they could do a significant amount of damage and save this defensive line from being flanked from OPFOR, but they're going to have to move quickly. Killinger was just picked off. He's now firing back since he woke back up. Doing his best to suppress that building, but not managing to land any shots as Ghoster, aka Boston, is trying to return fire with his PKP. Vormalak needs to get in that Vic and drive it back before they are overwhelmed. And there is BLUFOR's dismount coming up, knocking out someone right there. We also have Nem down over here. And Lennox is bandaging himself as BLUFOR is starting to crawl up on this OPFOR attack. More often than not, when you have the defensive faction sending a counterattack on the rear element of an offensive force, the defensive force usually nullifies the attacking force's numbers advantage, because that attack is so powerful, no one really checks their 6, and it can get very messy very quickly. Bonk not checking his right, gets dropped by Lennox. Hopefully those gunshots prompt the rest of BLUFOR to be a little more cautious. But let's check the kill count of this force here. Pointman on no kills. Guy Fieri on his 2 kills still. Arma Jesus on no kills. Kane is probably still on 4, if not 5. 5 kills. Fieri needs to knock out these 2 dudes, and Kane needs to eliminate more forces to try to alleviate this massive concave we're seeing on BLUFOR's force, and it is causing some of BLUFOR to rout. There's Guy Fieri coming in quickly, getting behind a rock, realizing he's in a 2v1 fight. If Arma Jesus were to come around and assist, he could easily get these 2 kills, and I think that's exactly what Arma Jesus is going to do. Fieri now taking cover, trying to hide from them, getting into a one-on fight, but Fieri going down. But Kane and Jesus looping around, knocking him out. No one's a medic, though, to wake up Fieri, though. You just heard that chopper take a hit, as it is just doing a lot of flaring right now and being a general distraction. Engine was hit. It is losing power. Uh-oh. It's a big uh-oh. They just hit a tree, but I think that just reduced their speed enough for them to land and lose their main rotor. Okay. Pierce didn't seem to, Pierce doesn't seem too happy about that. Fury waking back up and bandaging. Lennox also bandaging. And Kane and Arma Jesus continuing to push up. Arma Jesus getting some shots from range, knock out another OPFOR member. You also have Kane raining out with his 249, knocking out Drake, who is in Anderson's place right now to lead the events. This flank attack is going to be nasty. Fieri, I think, seeing Lennox getting a perfect headshot as Pointman bandages him. 7 kills for Kane. 1 for Arma Jesus. Fieri on at least 1 now. 3 now, excuse me. And Pointman on none, but he is doing his job supporting. Honestly, if I were to redo my roster, Kane would definitely be within the top 3. He has shown time and time again over the past few weeks that if you give him a machine gun and you give him a good flanking maneuver, he is able to succeed in killing a lot of bad guys, kicking a lot of butt, and winning the rounds for his team. There's Kane trying to knock Eagle out, realizing he's not going to win that fight, and he readjusts instead of staying in the open. Quick thinking on his end. And now he's going to try to look in, catch Mad Smurf out of position there. Buddy gets taken out by Mad Smurf because Mad Smurf was firing first. And there goes the king with his crown dropped. Can Arma Jesus, Guy Fieri, and Pointman continue to send people to Flavor Town in his place? It's going to be tough. We have another BLUFOR force. This is the Foxtrot 2 force that is deployed behind the other OPFOR flank. Can they also get some harassment plays in? Because if OPFOR gets slowed down here from BLUFOR's outflanks, that could be enough to at least get BLUFOR a time advantage. We're approaching 21 minutes. And counting on the round, but OPFOR has lost all of their momentum going to Terminal 2, dealing with rear attacks. This could be all BLUFOR needs as we have Arma Jesus coming up, getting a kill and a knockout on Sholand. Jesus, I don't think you meant to throw that, buddy. You need to get down before you blow yourself up. Jesus, wanting to die for everyone's Arma sins, but now's not the time to do it. BLUFOR, meanwhile, hiding in this gas. Yeah, at least one of them is. Two of them are. I think Warwick's gonna catch in on this. And he throws a Gorski quickly running away. War Dog joining him. War Dog's probably not gonna get away in time. Ooh. Warwick calling BLUFOR out on their bullshit. I love it. Gorski's down, attempts to wake back up and fails. War Dog looking around, and that is BLUFOR's flank there on that attack collapsing. You've got an explosive charge going off right here as Legal Action and Dylan are attempting to push up. I thought there was a third BLUFOR guy with them, but I guess not. But this is eating up OPFOR's time into pushing here. And it's allowed for, just look at the fewer OPFOR guys that are on the field at this point. And I think BLUFOR is going to be able to hold. You got OPFOR Command coming around on the flank here. It is Command Team with 4 additionals with T4 Herb on top trying to fire, but they are contesting against Scandy Recon, who knows this terrain because of what happened on that Super Saturday. Now, will McSwagger hold, or is Rasket here going to get a shot on him? Rasket just fucking knocks him back with his PKP, going, get the fuck out of here with that shit, mate. Got Sholand trying to flank around, but Guy Fieri and Arma Jesus are pushing through with Pointman watching the rear. Arma Jesus getting another pickoff kill. That is his third. Let me do a kill count here. We have 7 for their team, by the way. So 7 plus 0 plus 1, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 kills among Bravo here. These guys, when they're always grouped together, they always get at least a dozen kills these days. It is absolutely amazing to witness. Pointman going down by Sholand. And that's all they need. A dozen kills is more than respectable. That's Scandy Recon's level of kills. And Arma Jesus and Guy Fieri sighting out Sholand. Guy Fieri showing some amazing marksmanship and knocking him out in a single headshot on his 5th kill. That's 13 kills for that group. Good God. BLUFOR doing their best to hold, but that right flank has all but collapsed as the Remnants are trying to push up to Terminal 2. What group are they from? That is a very good question. Let me check that real quick. They are from UPSE. I have no idea what that stands for. I apologize. Fury saying you shouldn't come to the west side of Flavor Town because it's going to fuck you up. I do agree with that, Son of Shadow. I do agree with that. So we have one of the M2 HEMTTS got smoked by the OPFOR Command Vic with a PKT, mind you. Interesting. I wonder if they dismounted and got some AT out on that. And you had Fieri getting some double taps on that body just to make sure Sholin stayed down. But I could see Arma Jesus and Fieri crawling in and sweeping the rest of this flank. United Postal Service Express. Run by... fucking run by someone that dies for your sins and someone that does a lot of great work for Flavortown. I don't doubt it one bit. Now they found Major Cullen's body and his associates. And one of their teammates down right there. They're just moving around, make sure this area is clear. Eagle, meanwhile, he's hunkered down and panicked at this point. He's gotten up, though. He sights Jesus and quickly gets back down. That's an explosive trap going off. It was ineffective, though. And BLUFOR is now trying to put out a lot of fire here. I don't know, gentlemen. This is looking pretty nasty. Looks like Gorski got back up because War Dog, they were left for dead, and War Dog was able to bandage Gorski back up because he's a medic. Nice. 15 minutes remaining. Arma Jesus and Guy Fieri folding in past Eagle. Let's hope these BLUFOR guys can PID that friendly forces are running up in here. Alright, Arma Jesus. Teach me something. You're putting an explosive charge down. And he set it for a timer. As Nightshade breaches in. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Fieri's waiting it out. Nightshade, though. It's not good. Well, Nightshade, you're one hell of a soldier. He gets Pronix. OPFOR command vehicle comes in, and charge kills everybody. Arma Jesus gets his AT out. He has a friendly kill now because of that. Oh my god. T5 Bay rushing in to get the hack. Shay goes down. Guy Fieri trying to respond with a kill. Black Eagle trying to maneuver around. Warlord's getting shot at, but Jib Style also firing on his own. He's going to try to roll behind the rock as he takes fire. These guys are going to mount back up in that vehicle when that beeping starts and try to get out of here. Thunder Run, except it worked. But Fieri, he wants revenge. He spots Nielsen. Instead, he spots Herb and takes him out. Sending another OPFOR member to Flavortown. Jesus taking fire from Eagle here. Jesus doesn't know where those shots came from. Fieri potentially coming over to assist Arma Jesus as his battle buddy. That's some great teamwork by them. They realize that that position is going to be lost as a Vic pulls over. Jesus gets his AT out. Could potentially get a shot. Gets a hit on the rear, but there's nothing vital in that area, so all he did was wound them. Jeez Louise, I think Arma Jesus just, nope, that was Fieri. Is that his 8th kill? Nope, his 7th. Sending Black Eagle to Flavortown. Meanwhile, Arma Jesus trying to get a shot on Titus there. He gets down. That's Terminal 2 taken out. That's an AT hit on this vehicle, but nothing, it's not destroyed. The gunner folds back into that Vic. Now they're trying to pick off these two remaining guys as they get cover behind that Humvee. Arma Jesus now doing a wide flank. Fieri confirming Black Eagle is dead. Now he can suppress them as Arma Jesus maneuvers around. OPFOR is going to try to Thunder Run Terminal 3, but that much force, it's not going to happen. Guy Fieri picking him off through the windows. And you have Arma Jesus getting a double kill through a bunker. That is 5 kills for Arma Jesus. Technically on 6, he just has a friendly fire kill. What is the roster here? I don't think they're going to get any more, so let me do a final kill count real quick. Kane on 7. Novix on none. Vonk on 1, so that's 8. Plus 5, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pointman on 0. And Guy Fieri on 7. That's 20 kills in between that Bravo 1 group. Absolutely incredible. Command Vic was just shot to shit, and it is slowly trying to limp to the 3rd objective. Have we found the new Heralds of Corn? I wouldn't be surprised. The wheel's getting shot out on the Vic as Bay desperately tries to limp it over with Nielsen. Oh, but Sideways picking off Nielsen from the building. Bay doing his best to try to take Sideways out, but that's a nasty keyhole to have to deal with. Oh, but Norris trying to poke out from that corner. What's our time? Less than 10 minutes remaining. Bay now trying to take cover, thinking that he has dealt with Sideways, as Sideways is forced to bandage because he did take a few hits right there. Oh, this isn't looking good for Bay. Often regarded as my 2nd best player in FNF, he is in a pickle here. And his remaining OPFOR force has run into Scandi Recon, unfortunately. They're not going to get through that. Yeah, technically 21, Bearded. You're absolutely right. That's Scandi level. That's Scandi Recon PvP level. Oh, we got Coda and Dylan coming up to clean house, Bay. I'm sorry, buddy, but BLUFOR's got to put you down. Oh, we might catch Coda out of position. Coda spots him, but Bay gets a great kill, but unfortunately, Dylan bitch slaps Bay and double taps him for good measure. All right. Nemesis down. Infidel keeping up the rate of fire to suppress OPFOR. Cool Breeze, though, trying to get some flanking shots on Scandi Recon, but Infidel shows him what for. And now it is up to Warwick, Cosmonaut, and Dreek to get to the final objective within 8.5 minutes. Do you think they can do it, player base? I personally don't think so. Nemesis still down. Flying Finn tried to go up and bandage him, but took a lot of shots himself. It's a 3v3, folks. Oh, Flying Finn takes a nasty headshot. Nemesis bleeds out. Infidel trying to line up his 249, but he is in the open as he under bandages. Grenade getting thrown a little too far to the right. Ending up in that ditch. And Cosmo trying to put more shots on Infidel. Infidel takes a shot to the arm. And a shot to the leg. But BLUFOR has more forces to send. A lot more forces to send. And we got Foxtrot 2, Gorski, and War Dog coming around. Where is Arma Jesus? And Guy Fieri coming up to reinforce. They want to increase that kill count. Tarnfalk rushing up. Eander in the open. Takes a shot on the head, but his helmet is able to tank it, and he quickly goes prone and stands up to try to avoid fire. As Tarnfalk is now trying to cover, he takes a few bullets, though. And he does not know where Cosmonaut is engaging him from. Infidel poking out, putting some suppressive fire out there. Infidel really laying down the heat to keep these 3 OPFOR guys suppressed. Another bullet goes in Killinger's waist. And Nafs, oh, cheeky little Nafs, with the stolen OPFOR marksman rifle, gets a kill on Dreek. That is his 7th kill, mind you. Incredible. Explosive charge going off as well. I'm going to do a quick head count here. Nafs on 7, Tarnfolk on 0, Killinger on 0, Vormok on 0, Total Con Science on -1. Nafs running out of ammo, fighting with Warwick there. Iander on 1, so we're still at 7. And Infidel, so that brings their total to about 9. Warwick has his handgun out. Warwick doing attack reload as Nafs trying to get his next kill. Mag dumps Warwick, and that's GG. So yeah, Guy Fieri's posse was able to get more kills than Scandi Recon. Again, so 0, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 kills for the Scandi Recon group with friends. Meanwhile, Guy Fieri, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. Plus the 1 because of Guy Fieri's team kill, but I wasn't counting that in the total. Otherwise, Scandi Recon would have hit double digits at 10, but good God.